What's going on? Welcome in Tuesday episode of No One to Blame. We've got a jam-packed episode for everybody today, recapping NFL. We're going to start touching on some of the more, I'm going to say obscure sports. They're not really obscure, but the other leagues are getting into the swing of things. And listen, week 11 in NFL football just wrapped up. Kev, we got to start talking about these other sports, man.
Yeah, we're going to have to start delving into here, man. Football season is flying by. Before we know it, we'll be starting some NBA Christmas.
Week, dude. Thanksgiving. Yeah. We got to start thinking about next week's Thanksgiving schedule and what that's going to look like for No One to Blame. We got crazy games. We got games next week on Thanksgiving. We got games on Friday. It's going to be wild and crazy. Before we go any further, before we get into anything else, Kev, let's pay the bills, man. Talk about our show sponsor.
Yeah, as usual, Altered Grounds. Altered Grounds Landscaping is the area's top professional landscape company. They are family-owned and operated business serving St. Louis and the Metro East for 20-plus years. Their mission is to make your home or business stand out from the rest. They're renowned for their dramatic, better-than-TV backyard transformations. They offer free consultations year-round. Get $300 off your project of $3,000 or more with code AGNOTB. That's code AGNOTB. They can take care of your landscaping, patios, retaining walls, fire pits, fireplaces, water features, outdoor kitchens, concrete work, stonework, landscape lighting, rock and mulch delivery, snow removal, the big one right now. If that snow starts to come in the Midwest, hit them up for your residential or business needs. They can clear your sidewalks, clear your driveways, get you taken care of. Also, try to get started on your pools for next year. Them and Kayak Pool. Jesse will hit on the Kayak Pool. Got the pools covered.
That's a segue right there. We're also brought to you by Kayak Pools. Kayak Pools is the hassle-free pool experience that empowers customers to turn their own backyard into a fun and relaxing family destination. Summer is over, guys. Kevin's touching on it right now. We can start thinking about those pools. If you're in the Western New York, if you're in the Midwest, the St. Louis Metro East area, we got you covered, man. Kayak Pools, Altered Grounds, they're doing the best work in the business. Go see the guys. You will not be disappointed. Last but not least, we're brought to you by Dubby. Dubby is an amazing energy drink that's made with clean ingredients to give you the energy boost you need with no crash. They also offer an electrolyte drink to keep you hydrated throughout your busy days. Hit the link in the bio. Use promo code DUE, D-U-E. Get 10% off your first order. DUBBY.GG. Promo code DUE. That's it. Hayes in the barn, Kev. Let's get to it, man. Let's get to it. Before we get into football, Kev, I know there's got to be a couple listeners that want to hear about a little NBA action. What's going on in the NBA season, man?
Yeah, so for most casual NBA fans, NBA season doesn't start till Christmas.
Yeah.
Christmas Day, they roll out like, I think 5 games, big matchups. That's when the season starts. Betting's awful hit or miss with them too. These guys, every alert I get on my phone that is an NBA alert is Embiid's not playing tonight. Ja Morant's not playing tonight. Luka's not playing tonight. Like, that is all the alerts I get. It drives me crazy.
Yes.
Anyway, they got to figure that out, man. It's just like a rotation of players, star players missing every game. It's crazy.
I mean, you hit on it, man. Casual fan like myself, and I like to dabble in every sport. I had looked at, playing daily fantasy in the NBA in the past. I looked at NBA fantasy leagues. Dude, I just cannot get into the NBA regular season, man. The product sucks. I'm just gonna call it what it is, dude. I think it sucks.
Yeah, if you're a casual fan, man, it's just not appealing. It's what I've done my whole life. Played basketball, watched basketball, so I kind of just in me, you know what I mean? But even with still just, and it's tough to bet because guys the teams aren't ready because their star players have been sitting out. So it's just tough. So tonight,
hey, and I gotta say too, they also, they do some cheesy stuff sometimes, man. The LeBron Bronny thing to start the year, dude. Yeah. Give me a break, man. Give me a break. That dude is the biggest narcissist in the whole world. And everyone sees through his BS, dude.
Yeah, they'd be better off just calling it like it was. Hey, we're drafting his kid, and we don't care if you like it or not. And we'll put him on the start. We'll put him on the NBA roster whether you like it or not. Dan, hey man, I get it. I get it. Like I tried defending the NBA forever now.
No.
You just gotta, yeah, it's tough.
You
It's
can't
almost
anymore, man. You
impossible.
can't. But that
Yeah.
being said, there are some storylines, Kev, and I know there's
Yeah.
actually a huge one happening tonight. Well, tell us what's going on, man.
Yeah, so Cavs 15-0. I think they're only the third team in NBA history to start 15-0. They're at the Celtics tonight, who are 11-3, obviously defending champs. Not good at half.
Not going good, dude.
Halftime, Cleveland down 17. Not looking good. But so one thing I just want to hit on real quick on the Cavs. Thing that I liked was every year a team loses in the playoffs. They lost in the second round of the Celtics, who ended up winning it all. But most teams in the NBA, especially, they lose in the first, second round. They think they got to like blow the team up, go try to sign big time free agents. They try to do all these, all these moves, overpay for guys and all this. Cleveland stayed the course. Donovan Mitchell was banged up last year. He's healthy. They kept the same team together, and they just rolled it back, basically. So they're one unit. It's been playing together now for 2 years, and I think it's paying off. It goes to show if you just because the team gets bounced early, they have a good team. They have a solid team. They didn't try to do anything crazy. Just kind of are playing it out. So I did like to see that.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a great start for the Cavs, dude. They have a solid squad. I know that from last year, and Donovan Mitchell, I think he's been awesome for them. I think he was a perfect fit. I just, this is what happens. This game seems so obvious. Celtics were -5.5. And I said, what did I say to you earlier? Oh, dude, got to smash the Celtics, right? And they're up 17.5. Now, I mean, a really popular bet last year was the Boston Celtics first half. They had an awesome first half ATS record last year, and they're showing it right now.
Showing it again. Yep.
There was a bet on the board. I forgot what. You and I talked about this already, but it was the Cleveland Cavaliers to go undefeated, and one of the casinos hung it, and it was 1,000 to 1.
Should have been 1 billion to 1.
And that was the overall sentiment is like, dude, that's not even close. That's like at the time that would have been like parlaying the money line for them 69 more times throughout the year, and you're only getting to 1,000 to 1 odds. Like, what a dumb! If anyone bet on that, you're an idiot. I mean, looking at the standings, man. I mean, is there anything that sticks out to you outside of this Cleveland 15-0? I mean, I don't know if I forgot what show it was on, but I put some NBA future bets in, Kev, and I took over on the Golden State Warriors win total. Looking good right now. How about the Warriors,
man? So they're one of the teams I got here. They're 10-3. They lost Clay. Kind of thought there'd be a drop off, obviously, and maybe there will be, as the season gets on. But man, good start. They're 10-3. I know Steph didn't play the first handful of games to start the season. Shocker.
Right.
That's a reoccurring theme with every team that we'll talk about. That number's probably looking good after a 10-3 start.
Yeah, I need to. I thought I had it written down here in my notes. That's what I'm looking at right now. I don't have it, but it was not high. It was not high.
Yeah.
It was in the 40s, I believe. It was like maybe like a 43 number or something like that. Yeah. So, I mean, for them to go somewhere around 500, starting out 10-3, I'm liking that. Did you have any NBA future bets this year?
I have no future bets in yet. Again, I just these NBA bets, man. It's tough for me to even get started on even the futures, the win-loss totals. I don't know. It's just I stay away from them.
I agree. So answer me this, Kev. Once the season does get going a little bit, NFL winds down and we start getting into betting some NBA. What are you going to be looking for as far as an edge and advantage? What are some of the things that stick out to you when you want to go in and you're looking at the lines for the night of the props? What do you?
So what I like, you kind of hit on it earlier when you were talking about the Celtics, over first halves and these first half numbers. I remember, this has been a couple years ago now, but when the Warriors were rolling, I would do a lot of live betting with them. Because they were just kind of rolling teams, but there was times when they would come out to slow starts and they would get down 8 to 10 points. So I would live bet them, and you could just, when you live betting these basketball games, you can kind of get a flow for the game. You can kind of pick up on, hey, Golden State's starting to get hot here. They were down 15, now they're down 12, and then you could see it. And I would hit that, and I made a lot of money doing that with the Warriors at the time specifically. But player props, I like doing the player props more than the spreads in the NBA games, just because.
Yeah, I agree.
Like we talked about, it's a little different than college. College, I like the lines, but NBA, I'm more player props.
I agree 100%. And I mean, the NBA, basketball in general, I mean, a team can go on a 10-0 run in like 45 seconds.
Yep.
Right.
Three-pointer.
Yeah, exactly. There's not a whole lot like it in sports that quickly when it comes to scoring. I know it's all relative at the end, but it does make some of the games interesting when you're waiting for them final free throws to go through, or the team comes down and drains a 3 with 5 seconds left, dude. And you had the other team, you know what I'm saying? The endings in basketball are a good time, and we are going to get involved. It's just, honestly, it's too early for me to get involved.
Yep.
I looked at, so my Golden State number is over 43.5. So basically they just need to be like 2 games over 500, I believe. They're still playing 82 games, right?
Yep.
I took the Washington Wizards under 20.5, and they're currently 2-11.
Them and the Sixers are tied for the worst record in the NBA.
Gotta love that, dude. That's wild. And then I also took Taylor Jenkins for Coach of the Year. Do you have any thoughts?
Who does Taylor Jenkins coach?
Hang on one second. The Grizzlies. Jesus. I always get the Grizzlies and Timberwolves mixed up for some reason, and I didn't want to say Timberwolves. No, he's the coach of the Grizzlies.
For Coach of the Year, you said?
Yeah.
What was that number?
It was good. It was
because Ja was out. Shocker. We just talked about it. Ja Morant's out. But again, the NBA, more than any sport, it truly doesn't matter what happens until second half of the season. So if Ja comes back and they're hot, they're going to be a good team in the second half.
Well, yeah, I mean, so it wasn't just, it was more, it was, I feel like it was a good spot for his team, right? They drafted Zach Edey, they traded for Marcus Smart and Ja Morant. With everything that happened last year, you were hoping that something was going to happen, right?
And hey, I love Zach Edey. I hated him at Purdue. Dude, hey, he's mixing it up with Draymond. Oh, yeah, I love it. He's feisty, man. He gets after it.
Kev, we got a comment here from Laura saying, hey, guys, never saw you before. Thanks for whipping me in fantasy. Good times. Want to check the show out. God bless. Laura, thanks for hopping in. If I had to guess, she's in that Yahoo
she's
with Post Podium.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. So I see her in the chat all the time on in the fantasy league. That league is insane, and I'm doing awesome in it.
Yep. Shout out Post Podium guys, Aramis and the guys for inviting us into this league.
Yeah, man.
You start offense and defense in this league. At
individual defensive players.
Oh my God, it's amazing. Oh yeah. Yes. Individual safeties, cornerbacks, DBs,
I had Fred Warner. Fred Warner got me like 49 points one week. I still don't know how he got me all the points.
He had I think he had a touchdown, first of all.
With a pick six, fumble, whatever.
But yeah, Kevin and I are running amok in that league. We're having some fun. Yeah. Actually, and we'll get into some fantasy football, but dude, 6 teams on bye this week?
Yep.
I can't field the team in that league.
I've got some issues.
Laura,
some
thanks for
issues.
hopping
Yeah.
in. Thanks for the invite. Happy to be playing with you guys.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so let's round out. I mean, listen, the NBA is getting going. I don't think that there's a whole lot to get into. Celtics are at the top, 11-3. Cavs are 15-0. Out in the West, you got OKC, a really good young team at 11-3. Golden State out there, 10-3. The Rockets, 10-5. Lakers
That's a
making some
shocker.
noise, man, but it's still so early that I'm not putting a whole lot of stock into this. We'll see how it all pans out. But Kev, let's use this and transition into some men's college basketball. And if you guys listen to the show, you heard me. If you follow me on Twitter, @do_Neffy. If you followed my plays from Friday and Saturday, I went berserk this weekend. I went 12-3 over Friday and Saturday, just running amok. I don't know why that's the term of the night, but I'm just running amok, dude. That's all that's happening right now. Having a good time, and honestly, not betting on any of these top teams. Me, you know my style.
And hey, I remember a buddy of mine back when I was younger, before I even was betting. He always told me, small school college basketball, man. You got veteran guards, seniors, people who actually stay with the team, who aren't transferring or going to the league, like core groups that stay together. They're more consistent night in, night out.
Yeah.
So yeah, that low level. Hey, no plugs, but man, ESPN Plus, you can get any
dude, we
game
can plug ESPN
you
Plus. It's
want,
amazing, dude.
on college hoops.
Amazing.
Hey, women's, men's. I'm watching Charleston Southern women's, a game we went and watched on ESPN Plus. Yeah, it's crazy. Love it.
That's incredible. I love it. I want to pull in. Dun, 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 dun.
What you got?
College football. Keep talking college basketball.
All right, yeah. So we got a couple matchups this week. Tonight, you actually got number 6 Purdue at number 15 Marquette. Marquette -5.5. Marquette's got probably the best guard in the country, man. Cam Jones averages 24, 5, and 4, 54% from the 3-point line. He's a stud. Good matchup because Purdue has got Braden Smith, another guard for them, who's probably top 5 to 7 guard in the country. So that should be a good matchup tonight. Wednesday, you've got number 25 Illinois at number 8 Alabama. That'll be a good one. Illinois kind of, I can't think of the guy's name. They got a potential lottery pick on their roster. And then Friday, got a little house divided game on me personally. I'm an Arizona fan. My wife is a Duke fan since forever.
Oh no.
Yeah, she's a Puke fan. So she's trying to push that onto my kids, but I'm trying the best I can to not make that happen. But yeah, number 12 Duke at number 17 Arizona. Arizona had a tough loss to Wisconsin the other day. Yeah, that's some of the big games to kind of end out the week before you get into Saturday.
Love that. Are you touching any college basketball right now?
I don't have any current bets in there. I will have some money in on that Duke Arizona game. I'm kind of the opposite in college. I don't hit the props as much in the college side. I'll stick to more. Yeah. So I'll do more of the just, betting the spreads and over unders and that kind of thing with the basketball.
Yeah. You got to be a
college basketball.
And there's people, I mean, listen, there's some great advantages to have. There's so many teams. There's so many advantages we have, but I mean, we're just putting in so much more time in the NFL right now to what matters. Yep. This was one of my bet slips over. This was Friday night, I believe. Let's see, the 16th. When was that, Kev?
Rio Grande Valley. That was Saturday.
This was Saturday. Okay. Now, dude, the dogs were barking, man. Went 6-2 in this one. Went 6-1 Friday. I think I only played. Yeah, there's one favorite on this card, and they covered. But there's advantages to be had, and I'm not going to put. I'm not playing basketball every day. I started out, man. I think I have my record here. I started out the season playing basketball I played it the 5th, the 6th, the 7th, and the 8th, dude. And I went 3 and 6, 5 and 5, 5 and 7, 9 and 13. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna pick my spots a little bit more. I'm gonna pick my spots. I was looking at the card for the 15th and the 16th, and I liked the card, so I played some bets. Went 6 and 2, went 6 and 1. You know, and that's what it's. There's games every night. I mean, you pick your spots. You don't have to bet every single game.
Yeah.
You don't have to. It's tempting. They want you to. I mean, advantage to the house if you're going to. But I'm going to round out the top 10 real quick, Kev.
Okay.
AP top 10 college basketball. And let me know anything that sticks out to you. Kansas at 1, UConn at 2, Zaga at 3, Auburn at 4, Iowa State at 5, Purdue at 6, Houston at 7, Bama at 8, Kentucky at 9, UNC at 10.
Yeah, so Kentucky, man, Kentucky made a big jump. They were 19 previously, so they jumped 10 spots into the top 10.
Yeah, I mean,
so that was got Coach Pope running that first year guy since Kyle Perry left.
These are some changes. I think this Duke team is really talented. I just don't know they're experienced enough.
Yeah,
right?
They're young.
You got Tennessee at 4-0, sitting at 11. Tennessee's got a really strong squad. Creighton's been there. I don't know. Creighton and Marquette, are they? Did they lose too much? Maybe Creighton and Marquette.
I think So we talked about it a little bit earlier. So Marquette is going to have, tournament time comes around. You got to have good guards, and Marquette, like I talked about, as one of the best guards in the country. It might take them half the season to kind of get it together, but they'll be a tough tournament team.
Is Wisconsin back, dude? I saw Big Cat tweeting about this. Wisconsin 4-0. Are they back?
So they beat Arizona 100 to like 88 the other day, which was crazy for Wisconsin.
Listen, I know you're a Zona fan, dude, but like, come on, man. This team has been the biggest bust year after year after year. I mean, you just love winning teams.
I do. At least they win in the regular season. I'll take that over the Raiders.
I'm just kidding around.
Yeah.
We're flying high, Bills Mafia right now.
Oh yeah.
High Horse. Shout out High Horse Jeff if you're listening. The horse has never been higher. Yeah, man, I like a team like Baylor. Yeah, Houston. I mean,
Houston gets after it defensively every year under Kelvin Sampson. Auburn gets after it once they can kind of curtail all their fighting mid-flight. I don't know if you heard about that.
No.
So they were taking a flight to or something, and they had players fighting on the plane. They had
Auburn?
to reroute the plane. Yeah, they had to reroute the plane. Yeah, back to Auburn. They had to land the plane. Bruce Pearl. Yeah.
I've liked that team. They've been feisty. I like that, dude. They got some dogs. I like that. Houston, man, this is another team that hasn't really lived up to the hype. I pull for Alabama. Nate Oates, he coached UB for a while, turned that program around, in my opinion. And then company that I used to work for was based out of Alabama, so I became partial to Alabama. And right around the time that the basketball team started to get going. So I could definitely root for Alabama. Everyone loves that high-flying style. They're going to score some points. They're going to make most games interesting. But what we're looking at right here, will not look this way next week. It will not look this way at the end of the year. I don't know which of these teams are going to survive, but it's not going to look like this, I promise you. So, love to see it, man. Love to see it. Kev, I want to talk a little hockey. Before we start getting into this football recap here. I don't know if you've been watching any hockey whatsoever. And if you haven't, good, because I'm going to catch you up right now.
Have not.
The season is young. It's a lot of the regular. A lot of the teams you would think would be up there are up there still. There's a few teams like the Pittsburgh Penguins. Okay, Pittsburgh Penguins, dude. I don't know what's going on there. They have let up the most goals in the league. 80 goals against right now, the Pittsburgh Penguins, leading the league. Not sure what's happening there. And one of the craziest storylines right now is they're talking about dealing Sidney Crosby. And you're not familiar with Sidney Crosby. He's one of the greatest hockey players to ever play. Sid the Kid, man. So, there's been a lot of rumors flying around. I think they were talking about it on Hockey Hotline, Do Champions Hockey Hotline. It's every Saturday. It's either at 9 or 10 a.m. Sometime between there. Sorry, Matt, don't hit me. And they were talking about, could Sidney Crosby come to the Buffalo Sabres? And the answer is no. The answer is no. And he, first of all, I don't know if they would ever trade a legacy player like that. Second of all, we have the draft capital for it, but like he's not going to want to come to Buffalo, dude. He's not going to want to come to Buffalo. So
what's Buffalo? Where's Buffalo at standing wise?
So right now,
are they in the mix?
Yeah, but the season's still so early, man. I mean, we're barely
9-1. Yeah.
We're barely 25% way through the season. So we're 891, 17 points. The Winnipeg Jets right now are the story of the league. They're keeping up. They're 15-3. They are as hot as they come. And behind them, Minnesota and Dallas, 11-3-3, 11-6 for Dallas. But you got teams like, Edmonton. Edmonton started out horribly slow last year, made it to the Stanley Cup final because they have Connor McDavid, right? So, they're always going to be in the mix. Actually, I think McDavid might have gotten hurt. Sabres talk more specifically. There's something that we play on No One to Blame. We play a Sabres parlay. Every time they play, we play two of them. I did the research on this. I built a chart, Kev, which I know you guys are loving my charts.
The chart, man.
I'm gonna pull this thing up. Jake has me inspired, man. Let's see here.
Your Sid the Kid talk to Buffalo reminded me of when I was younger, Wayne Gretzky going to the Blues for that little stint after he was past his prime.
Yeah, the Kings, the Blues, and the Rangers, dude.
Yeah.
All right, let me pull up this chart. All right. Alex Tuck, Tage Thompson as Tomer, and then Dahlin. And then I added Peterka over here just to kind of see. These are the games they played. These are the points they recorded. So the parlay is you parlay Tuck with Thompson, each to record a point. And then I started doing this, and I'm like, okay, well, Dahlin is also, who's our captain, who's also recording a ton of points. So every time you see blue here is when the Tuck and Thompson parlay hit. Whenever you see yellow is when the Thompson and Dahlin parlay has hit. Whenever you see green, all three of them have hit. Okay, and you're wondering, why do you play two? They almost always hit, right? You're seeing blue and yellow and green. There is only 1, 2, 3 times in 16 games that has not hit. Now, both bets are always plus money. So if they're both plus money and you lose one and you win one, you're not only you covering your loss, but you're gaining profit. And that's what it's about. Yep. It's a marathon, dude. It's not a sprint. If you could eke out profit, now, granted, you want to win more. Obviously, I get that. But if you could eke out profit, dude, that is the name of the game. So Tage Thompson got hurt. So what happens? We play Tuck and we play Dahlin, and 2 games in a row, boom, boom, hits. Now, I don't know what to do. Peterka has been JJ Peterka. These are all last names, Kev. These aren't their first names. Peterka's been on. He's been on a heater, man. He's been crazy. So I got to figure out a way how I want to average him in. The odds, the bookmakers are starting to catch on a little bit, dude. The odds are going up, 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 up. So with that being said, we're going to figure something out. And the Sabres are going to the Kings tomorrow. So follow me at @DoNeffy, @do_Neffy on X. I'm going to let you guys know what I'm playing. And the Kings is going to be a tough game, but the Sabres play up to the competition, man. So you good over there?
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
I kicked you out, man. You weren't paying attention.
Hockey talk put me to sleep.
Oh, I see how it is. No, let me.
No.
Okay, I got a couple more quick storylines, dude, and one of them kind of sucks. So I was so pumped to talk about this too. Alex Ovechkin is chasing Wayne Gretzky right now. Wayne Gretzky's goal record of 895 career goals, right? Crazy. No one thought they would ever be touched. Well, Ovechkin is right there, dude. Not only is he on pace to do it this year, but he could do it in less games played than Wayne Gretzky. He's leading the
That's
league right
crazy.
now. And dude, yes, he's leading the league with 15 goals right now. The dude's like 39 years old, I think.
I was gonna say, how old? Yeah, geez.
So he got hurt last game, and now he's out for a week or two. Go figure. But
Yeah.
it's still games played. I mean, it still is what it is, right? So if he scores 29 goals in his next 44 games played, he's going to do it in less games than Wayne Gretzky. Is absolutely insane. A record that no one thought would ever be touched.
That would have been like, and I'm not a hockey guy, but if you're breaking or getting close to anything Gretzky related, that record was probably never supposed to be broken.
Listen, Ovechkin is. I was a goalie when I played hockey, so Martin Brodeur was my favorite goalie. I have a framed Martin Brodeur jersey. He was my favorite, dude. Ovechkin, I got an Ovechkin jersey in my closet right now. I love Ovechkin. Ever since he came into the league, he just tore it up. He had that goal his rookie year. He's on his back, and he's on his stomach sliding. He's going into the corner on his back, hits the puck, scores his crazy goal. I'm like, this dude is the best. And he's showing it right now, dude. He's the absolute best. A couple other quick notes, dude. So I want to give some Stanley Cup odds right now. I placed no futures in the NHL. There's so many variants. There's so much variance here, but there's some numbers that I actually like to stick out right now. I told you that Edmonton's not even a playoff team right now, right? So I pulled these odds today from ESPN Bet. No affiliation. It's just where I was looking. Edmonton is right now the current Cup favorite at plus 800. Okay. That is how good that team is, no matter what's happening. Behind them, Carolina at plus 900. Carolina's got a great squad. The goaltending kind of got roughed up in the playoffs last year. Dallas at plus 900, which I like. But the New York Rangers at plus 1,000. I had them last year. I love the Rangers. The team's incredible. They have a lot of depth, and they have the best goalie tandem in the league. And if any of my friends are listening, they know how goaltending, dude. Goaltending wins championships. Very seldom do you see a team win a championship that does not have a good goalie or that didn't go on a heater. Okay.
Going
that
hot.
happened.
Got hot
all the time. Well, they got two. Igor Shesterkin, the super young Russian kid, he's like 25 maybe. He's a stud. And then they got Jonathan Quick, who is one of the best goalies of the Kings. He's their backup goalie right now, but he's been playing lights out as well. And he was the starter for the Kings for the longest time. Won Stanley Cups himself. He's a stud. And then you got the likely suspects, dude. So Winnipeg right now is in first place. Their Stanley Cup odds are plus 1,600. Vegas is not far behind them. They're plus 1,800, right? So it's just, there's some tricky lines in the NHL when it comes to futures. And Sabres fans, if you're wondering, we are plus 10,000 to win the Stanley Cup. If you want to just flush your money down the toilet, probably a better investment, dude. Maybe someone else will find it.
Get that Sid the Kid trade.
All right, man. That is talking obscure sports. Let's get to the meat and potatoes. NFL Week 11. What a week. What a week. Not too bad in the show bets for myself. Best bets, I went 2-1. I decided to add Cleveland to all three of them. Stupid, man. I love Cleveland. Anytime you love something as much as that throughout the week and you start to see the public and it starts to gain traction, you see the media talk about it. Well, guess what? You know what they say? Public dogs have fleas, right? It wasn't a public dog, but it was a public team. And it just, I should have backed off of it because out of all the bets that I gave out, straight bets, I went 4-2. right? So I easily could have did something else. Or maybe I just take them out of my parlay and out of my teaser, because you're not going to believe this. They also were the losing legs in those as well. The rest of it all won.
Yeah,
So
I just had him as one of my best bets and lost that one.
yeah, I'll take that loss for you, Kev.
Yeah, add that to your Cleveland bandwagon. Yeah.
All right, so tons of action to get to. We're not recapping every game. We're just going to talk about the stuff that's newsworthy and the stuff that we like the most. I gave out Amon-Ra St. Brown touchdown as my best bet of the week. It was only minus 112 at my book. Jake saw it for plus 110. Amon-Ra went off, dude. 11 catches on 11 targets for 161 yards and 2 touchdowns. Boom, baby. Boom. Book that. Rack that. Let's
Yeah,
go.
Detroit, man, they can win any way, anytime, anyhow. Like, they throw 5 picks, they win. Golf goes crazy in this game. 24-29, 412 yards, 4 TDs. They blow out the Jags, who are probably getting ready to fire their coach. Don't know if it happened yet today.
Yeah,
But,
I'm surprised it didn't happen. I'm surprised they let him ride in the plane home,
yeah.
dude. Like, come on, man.
Gibbs
had Trevor Lawrence. Is that even mattering? Is that mattering if they had Trevor Lawrence? No.
No.
The answer is no. No, it's not.
Nope. No.
It's not. You still let up 50-something points, man. It's not because Mac Jones had 3 turnovers. He had 1, I think. I mean, Lawrence would have had 1, at least a fumble, right? Like, come on.
Yeah. King of the fumble.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. So Amon-Ra, dude. I also gave out Amon-Ra 2 touchdowns and a Detroit win at plus 475. That comes through. I gave out Justin Herbert 228 passing yards. That came through with ease. My Tillman ladder, Kev, not so much. Part of this Cleveland debacle here. Tillman had 3 catches on 8 targets for 47 yards, despite Jameis going 30 for 46, 395, and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah,
dude.
No picks. Yeah.
Come on, man. That was so aggravating.
Jerry Jeudy ate up about half that. He had 6 for 142 and a touchdown.
Yep. Some other noticeable plays I gave out, Kev. Taysom Hill touchdown.
I was going to say, stay in that same game. That's your guy. Yeah.
And Taysom Hill, man, I'm telling you. Laura coming in. Amon-Ra doing the headstand in the end zone. Lives him at, yep, dude. Craziest celebration of all time, dude. His dad was Mr. Olympia, I believe.
Yep.
Or Mr. Universe, I think it was. Mr. Universe
Whatever
back in the day.
It was, yeah.
Yeah. Did you watch him on Wide Receiver? Did you watch that on Netflix?
Yeah. His dad,
and it's
poor man.
It might not buffer anymore after that Paul Tyson debacle, but when Netflix did work, it was awesome. To Chargers game, I gave out Dobbins and Quentin Johnson each to score. Dobbins was minus 125. Johnson was plus 200. Were you on Johnson as well?
Yeah. So I had we had talked about Johnston in our DFS. So I had a stack of Johnston and Herbert in DFS.
That's right. I also gave out Anthony Richardson touchdown plus 170. We were cashing all over the place, man. So the parlay for me didn't come through. The teaser didn't come through. Kev, I gave out 3 extra Neffy specials. All 3 of them won. All 3 of them won. The record, the show record is tainted, but I'm giving out winners here. If you listen to the show, man.
Give it to the people.
We've been on fire. You hit your Neffy special.
Yep.
And for people that aren't familiar, the Neffy special is my favorite bet on the board. It is a 3-leg teaser with 10 points. 3-leg, 10-point teaser. I love it. It is the biggest catch-22 bet out there. Looks the easiest on paper. I just, give it a shot. Try it. Let me know what you think. I also gave out the Seattle money line at plus 240.
I know we hit on that one. That was a good one. San Fran
double.
Yeah, so San Fran, man, they're 1-3 in the division. They've got some ground to catch, man. They're gonna have to pick it up. They tend to have decent games, but they just stall out in the red zone. Keep talking about it, but they got to, they're going to have to kind of get it turned here kind of quickly.
Yeah, that division is still a crapshoot, Kev. I have it pulled up. So the current betting favorites right now are the Cardinals. So just a couple weeks ago, we talked about this, where every team in that division was like plus 500. Well, the Cardinals are now plus 100. San Fran is plus 260. The Rams are plus 500. And the Seahawks, after that win, are still plus 550 to win that division. I'm telling you right now, dude, it's not going to be the Cardinals. I'm telling you right now, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, we talked about this. I had the Rams. I think Jake had the Rams. We talked about that. Anyway, the Rams, Seahawks, and Niners are all 5-5. Arizona's 6-4. Again, the only thing it kind of for San Fran is they're 1-3, so they've got some losses in the division already. So they have to win these division games moving forward.
You're gonna love this. The NFL schedule gods. The Niners are at the Cardinals to finish the season, dude.
Awesome.
I'm telling you right now, it's gonna come down to that, man. The Niners schedule, they got the Packers. They're at the Packers, at the Bills. After that, they do have the Lions. I mean, yeah, man. When you finish first place in your division, you're gonna have a hard schedule. That's a tough one, dude. The odds are telling you, though, and I'll tell you this. I have the Super Bowl odds up here, Kev. San Fran is the only team even close in that division. San Fran is the 2-4, sixth best odds to win the Super Bowl at plus 1,500. Arizona is plus 4,000. So Arizona to win the division plus 100. Arizona to win the Super Bowl plus 4,000. Right? As in, it ain't happening. But I have taken positions on every team in that division outside of San Fran, all at plus 500 or greater. 3 bets at all plus 500 or greater. I don't need to talk to you guys about the odds there. That's you just need San Fran not to win that division. I like Seattle, man. I like that Seattle team. I told you guys that you guys were going to get Seattle's best effort in this game, dude. And it came through. They looked the part. It wasn't a blowout win, but it was a tough game and they got it done. That division's tough, man. I'm looking forward to the rest of it. What else stuck out from you from Sunday, Kev?
I heard a lot of talk on all the podcasts during the week. I'm trying to get to the game here. The Baltimore at Pittsburgh, that score indicated an old school AFC North, which cost me a bet and cost me a show bet.
I was waiting for it. You're making me bring it up.
No, so that cost me that, but I kept hearing everybody talking about Pittsburgh, top 3 team in the NFL. And I'm not there. I still think this is the same old Pittsburgh. They play great defense. They can't score consistently. Russ is just kind of came down to his level a little bit. He's not great, hasn't been terrible, but I don't know, man. I that was a big win by them, but long term, I don't see them causing any damage in the playoffs. Am I crazy for thinking that? Okay.
Nope. No, I agree with you. I mean, I don't think they scare anybody, dude. They don't scare me. I mean, I don't know. I'm not just saying that. I'm not just saying that because the Bills just beat the Chiefs. I'm not. I'm just not scared of that team. Russell Wilson's still the quarterback, right?
So here's the other thing: is they've won 2 games scoring 0 touchdowns. That ain't gonna
Right.
fly. Like that's just
Well,
not.
exactly, dude.
Baltimore
is last in the league, passing yards given up, passing touchdowns given up. Did they take advantage of that? I know you hit 2 rungs in your Pickens ladder. Good on you,
but
right?
that
Hit
was
2
it.
rungs in the Pickens ladder. But dude, the Steelers aren't. I'm sorry, man.
I
I'm
thought literally.
I'm not impressed.
I listened to 4 different shows, and all of them had them as a top 3 team in the AFC, and I'm just like, I just didn't see it.
Yeah, I heard Stephen A. and Shannon Sharp talking about it. What would Laura say? I'm not a Pittsburgh fan, but like KC, they keep winning. Defense great, offense meh. I'm not scared either. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Listen, you play who's in front of you. Okay, you can give them that. That's fine. When the dust settles this year, dude, you're not going to see Pittsburgh in the Super Bowl. You're not going to see Pittsburgh doing.
The difference is when it comes down to it, Mahomes can do what he does. Josh Allen can do what he does. Lamar can do what he does. Russell Wilson can't do that. To me, that's the difference.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
So check this out. I found a bet that I wanted to talk to you about that I just think is criminal. I think it is absolutely criminal. AFC North division winner right now. So with that, I think Pittsburgh is now up. Are they up 2 games on Baltimore? Game and a half, maybe. Pittsburgh is minus 160 to win that division. Baltimore is plus 125.
Oh.
And
what? Really?
Pittsburgh is minus, because they're leading the division by a game. It's a game and a half, right? Right. Yeah. That was my reaction too.
Yep.
Baltimore is plus 125. Now both these teams play each other again. Let's see. Pittsburgh still has their bye coming up, I think. Is Pittsburgh on bye this week?
No. Pittsburgh's Thursday night against Cleveland. Pittsburgh's Thursday night against Cleveland.
Look and see when Pittsburgh's bye is. I'm going to run you down Pittsburgh's schedule right here. I'm missing something here. Something's got me jacked up. Are the Ravens coming up on bye soon? Yeah, the Ravens have a bye soon.
Pittsburgh's bye week was week 9.
The Ravens have a bye soon. That's why these aren't looking right next to each other. The Pittsburgh has one.
Pittsburgh was 9.
I keep saying Pittsburgh. Baltimore has one coming up in the second week of December, I think.
All
right. So Pittsburgh's remaining schedule: at the Browns, at the Bengals, versus the Browns, at the Eagles, at the Ravens, versus the Chiefs, versus the Bengals.
Hey,
dude,
that loss streak is getting ready to start. Absolutely, man. That's
okay. Yes. Thank you. Now, Ravens at the Chargers versus the Eagles, at the Giants versus the Steelers, at the Texans versus the Browns. Kev, I don't know about you, but I'm going to place that Baltimore to win this division bet.
Yeah. Plus money, Lamar. So, real quick, jump back in that. Do you know how many times Lamar Jackson has beat Pittsburgh since he's been in the NFL?
No.
Did you hear this?
No.
Hey, 1 time.
Is that right?
Lamar Jackson has only won 1 game against Pittsburgh. So they've got his number somehow, some way. But that was insane to me. I could not believe that when I seen it.
Yeah, I would not have guessed that. I got maybe Tomlin though.
Tomlin voodoo. That's what they were calling it.
I love that. Sorry, I'm trying to find these odds, and I don't even see the bet on the board. I hate it. There it is. Divisions. AFC North. Yeah. Pittsburgh's only minus 150 here, and Baltimore's plus 120. Baltimore plus 120. You can book that right now.
Yeah, Laura, I agree. Bet, man. Laura's in the chat. Russ is mid. Yes, he is.
Yes, he is. Russ used to cook. Russ cooks no more. Another interesting one, Kev, that I wanted to talk to you about, the NFC East. And the longer this goes on, the more I'm just loving life over here.
I almost loaded that graphic in here because I went and looked at it. Neffy has the NFC East locked in right now.
Dialed in, dude.
Yep.
Dialed in. Yeah, I have the Commanders finishing second in that division preseason plus 550. The Eagles to win it, I think it was a minus 130, minus 140 preseason. Well, the Eagles to win the division now is minus 600. So loving life there, man. They just showed what they could do. Washington's kind of turning into a pumpkin a little bit. Washington's feisty, but with that defense, I mean, they're just not going to be able to do the thing. If you scroll up to the handy dandy graph, the defense graph that I was pulling up on Sunday's show, I've already updated it for this upcoming week, and we'll talk about a couple talking points. But Washington, dude, they're right there. Not good, man. Not good. Washington defense popped up 3 times on the graph. Passing touchdowns, rushing yards, rushing touchdowns. I mean, you could score as many points as you want. If you're giving up more, you ain't going to do well in the NFL, Kev.
Yep.
I also wanted to hit on... I gave out some crazy teases. I was dabbling in the 12-point teaser market. So it took 6 legs to get it to even money at plus 115. And I hit that one, right? Pittsburgh plus 15, Detroit minus 2, San Fran, Seattle over 36, which I think that came to that game ended 37. It was right set 2017, right? Denver plus 11, KC plus 13, Houston plus 4. I had a 10-leg 12-point teaser that was only plus 350. The only leg that I lost on there was Cleveland plus 12.
That's an
Losers.
It doesn't matter if it's Watson or Jameis. You just need to stay off the Browns, man.
It was brutal, man. Kev, I'm gonna pull something up real quick. DFS was kind to me, dude. Week 11 DFS. I'm in the middle there. I cashed this lineup. Bo Nix, dude, had a day. A-Chain had a day. Gibbs had a day. The only one that I really wish I didn't put in there, man, maybe Ridley. And I think a couple. Jake was on Ridley too. I mean,
yeah.
We were just dialed in on the show on Sunday, dude.
Pickens was probably not great, right?
No touchdown really hurt Pickens there. But
hey,
for the price point,
I'm gonna be looking big time. I know I had McConkey as anytime touchdown he didn't hit, but man, a McConkey receiving yards ladder is in our future. I think that dude just catches a bunch of balls, racks the yards up, man.
Well, so guys, who are they playing next, Kev? Baltimore.
Perfect
is right. All right. Did you have any other news, noteworthy stuff? We need to talk about the show bet, and we will talk about the show bet before we round out the show today. We're going to talk a little college football soon, but week 11, Kev, closing thoughts, week 11. What are you putting to rest?
I guess I thought you were going to hit more of, I thought you were going to be going nuts on the Bills game, man.
I haven't given my closing thoughts yet.
Okay. Closing thoughts for me personally, one thing, Raiders need a new coaching staff. That's all I'm going to talk about on that game because it's not worth talking about. Another team I hate talking about, but I will give it to them, give them their props right now, is Denver, man.
Yep.
Denver at home.
Best bet, Denver.
Man, Bo Nix is he's 307, 4 TDs, no picks, man. Cousins was bad. Denver defense gets after it. As much as I hate to say it, Denver is feisty.
Great call on the show by all of us. Great call on the show.
That's about it. That's about it.
How about them Buffalo Bills, Kev? How about them Buffalo Bills? Dude, Josh Allen is a man among boys. This dude is on a warpath right now, dude, and I am here for it. I am here for it. 4th down and 2. I'm just yelling at the TV. Man, just pick it up. Just pick this up. I cannot watch KC get the ball here. I can't watch it. To the house?
Yep.
To the house, dude? Oh, my God. He is just – I love him. I love him so much.
Yeah, so you had Bills 5 straight games with 30-plus points.
Yep.
Mahomes has 5 first-quarter interceptions this year.
Yep, he sucks, dude.
That was crazy to me. Kelsey 0 catches in the first half.
Yep.
Man, I told you, I texted you, I was yelling at the TV as much because I obviously hate the Chiefs, so anybody's can go in and beat Mahomes and the Chiefs, but man, Allen just takes over. There was one thing that I found worrisome maybe late in the year for the Bills.
For the Chiefs?
For the Bills.
For the fact that they lost really bad?
Is Allen led them in rushing in that game.
I told y'all it was going to happen.
And
he does that against the Chiefs, man.
Yeah. No, I get it. They're going to have guys that can run the ball, I think, late in the season to keep.
Dude, Chiefs rush defense, man. What do you expect to happen?
Yep. No, they're great. But that's one thing, a consistent running game outside of Allen, I'd like to see somebody kind of stand out. But no, man, they looked. That was a great game.
And that's fair criticism. That's fair criticism. James Cook had 2 rushing touchdowns. Josh Allen had a rushing touchdown. So they may not have. And we rushed for over 100 yards. I know Josh Allen went 12 for 66. He was our leading rusher. I get it. But guess what? If that's what it takes to win, then that's what he's going to do. That is Buffalo right there, dude. We haven't needed him to do that, but we didn't have Kincaid. Cooper was banged up. We didn't have Coleman, right? Matt Milano's still out, right? And this defense still bottled up Travis Kelce. I mean, dude, our offense is like you said, 30 points, how many games in a row, and we're not healthy. These guys haven't even got a chance to gel yet. Dude, throw that Baltimore game right out the window, dude. I would love to see Baltimore again in the playoffs. Give me Baltimore again in the playoffs, dude. I don't care. Right now, dude, this Bills team, it's not just not just like one superstar carrying them. Like, yeah, sure. If Josh Allen got hurt, yes. Would it? Yes, of course.
Implode.
But dude, all 3 phases of the ball, though, dude. Offense, defense, special teams. They're playing on all cylinders right now. They're firing. Like, I don't know, man. I'm really loving watching this team. And listen, as Bills fans, if you guys are all listening, we know we live and die by each play, dude. So no one's more hypercritical than the Bills. I wanted them to kick the field goal in that first 4th down they went for. And Josh Allen ends up throwing an interception because it's just kind of a botched play. Throws the ball up.
Yeah.
Interception. And it wasn't a hindsight. I wish they would have kicked it. It was Tyler Bass missed an extra point. Give him a chance at a 51-yard field goal. Give him some confidence back and go up by 2 scores. But if you have an aggressive coach, and McDermott's been trending downwards as far as aggressive coaches going this season, I think Jake said he was like the 7th most aggressive coach or something like that. If you're gonna have that, then you have to have the good with the bad. We had the bad, and then we had the good late in the game. Buffalo aggressive. They run down the field. They go for a 4th down. Josh Allen steals the game with a touchdown. Bills. Love it, man. So upcoming week, man, NFL Week 12, we got 6 teams on bye, Buffalo being one. We got Atlanta, Cincinnati, New Orleans, New York Jets, and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Patrick Donahue. Josh Allen dangles his balls all over the field weekly. Dude, do you know how much turf they had to clean up? There was scrotum everywhere, dude. He might have been at the game. Pat might have been the one cleaning it all up. If I know Pat, Pat was down there cleaning it all up. Yeah, man. Josh Allen is just a man among boys. So 6 teams on bye next week. The handy dandy chart, Kev. There's a couple opportunities that I want to talk to you about here. Kansas City is going to Carolina. Carolina ranks the lowest on the handy dandy defensive chart. Kansas City, I think, is an 11-point favorite to open. It's probably going to steam up to 2 touchdowns if I had to guess. Are you interested in any Kansas City Chiefs props going up against this porous Carolina defense this week? Is that a side you're going to be looking at?
It'd be interesting to see how KC comes out after that loss. They're probably going to want to come out and get kind of get that offense back on track.
Shout out Oat.
Kelsey, I can't figure out.
Checo's coming back.
Is he coming back this week? That's interesting. Their offensive weapons, as far as prop bets, are kind of similar to my thoughts with the Bills. Is like, I don't know week in, week out who I like because he spreads the ball around, and their receivers aren't
Noah
as good
Gray
as the
had
Bills.
2 touchdowns.
So I kind of, even though it's a great matchup for their offense, I still don't feel comfortable right now knowing who they're going to go to consistently. So I don't really like anybody in that matchup, which surprises me.
I'm gonna be all over him. It's matchup dependent, dude, and they're gonna bounce back and they're gonna do something. Travis Kelce went before the Bills game. Travis Kelce went for 90, 164. He had 12 targets, 16 targets, 12 targets. The Bills, dude, were just all over him. Last year in the playoffs, Kelce, I saw this early. They're saying, oh, Kelce lit the Bills up last year in the playoffs. Yeah, dude. We had AJ Klein covering him. Okay. Do you know he was on his couch 2 weeks before that, Kev? We were so depleted at linebacker. We had to bring AJ Klein in. So, yeah, Kelce lit up AJ Klein, and they barely beat us last year, dude. I'm so sick of the Chiefs. Get this shit out of here. 2 receptions, 4 targets, 8 yards. See ya. Playing
so I'm looking at the Chiefs. They didn't have a single receiver over 5 targets in that Bills game. The only one that was at 5 was Worthy. And hey, that guy.
Week too.
Anybody, and you rant and raved about this. Xavier Worthy is got to be the most unhinged mental wide receiver. Him and Pickens are battling it out for just being oblivious on the football field. Xavier Worthy catches balls out of bounds without even knowing that he's out of bounds. He has no feel for the game. He is not a good wide receiver in my opinion. He's in a great team, so he gets some numbers, but
we fleeced the Chiefs, dude. We gave him Worthy. We dangled Worthy, who they thought was going to be Tyreek Hill. We took Coleman, who ended up being a stud, and we got a 3rd-round pick, Dwayne Carter, who he's hurt. I think he's on IR, which sucks. He was playing really well for us, but you got him from Duke. He was the captain of the Duke. He's a defensive end. We got him in the trade too, right? It's because we gained a pick. So we fleeced the Chiefs in that deal. I don't want to hear any more chatter. Oh, Worthy scored a touchdown on Sunday. Yeah, dude, they lost, right? And Coleman's got better stats. What are you guys talking about? Shut up. All right. I digress. Jacksonville shows up on my chart. Unfortunately, they're on a bye. New Orleans and Atlanta show up on my defensive Dookie chart. Bye. Now, Dallas, this is interesting. Dallas and Washington show up on my cart, and they play each other this week, Kev. That tells me we're going to be going with the over.
What is the over?
Well, we don't need to play guess the lines for every single game coming up, Kev, but how about this? Let me find it. Cowboys at Commanders. Guess that line. Guess that total.
What did Washington? Washington was on Thursday. Were they on Thursday last?
Yeah, they lost to the Eagles.
Washington minus. God, Dallas sucks. Washington minus 8.5. Oh my God. Yeah.
Washington minus 10,
Wow.
over under a 45. Two bad defenses in the chart. I'm already looking at the over here, Kev. Over 45. Cooper Rush threw for over 300 yards in that game Monday, if you could believe that. It was like
Really?
345. Okay.
Huh.
I don't know what's going to happen here, but I can tell you one thing that's going to happen. There's going to be a lot of points. A couple other notes that I got here. The Lions are at the Colts. Guess that line.
Lions at Colts.
Colts fresh off beating the Jets. 7.5 is what I saw. 7.5 is what I saw earlier today. But one thing noteworthy here, Indy, they are 5th worst when it comes to passing yards allowed. In Indy, 3rd worst at rushing yards allowed. So make yourself a little mental note here. Lions props on Sunday. You can honestly do that every week.
Any week.
Is playing right now, right? Patriots at Dolphins, Kev. Guess that line.
Patriots at Dolphins. Miami minus 6.
Miami minus 7. Now,
7.
This Miami team, what are they, 4-6 now? Your opinion, can this Miami team do anything moving forward? The Dolphins offense is last in passing touchdowns in the league at 7, and they have the 27th fewest passing yards with 1,872. Are you at all looking at this Miami team to have some kind of resurgence, to maybe have what the Bills did last year? Now, it would take an epic Buffalo collapse for that to happen, but Miami, the AFC playoff picture, dude, Miami could sneak in here.
So I'm looking at their schedule right now. So they got New England.
Okay, that could be a W.
At Green Bay, tough one. At home against the Jets, win. At the Texans, that's a tough one. At home against the Niners, at Cleveland, and then finish off with the Jets. And they're at what?
Tough.
4 wins?
Yeah, that's tough, man. I think they dug themselves too big of a hole.
No, they're out. They got 8 wins, maybe 9.
Look at now, the Dolphins are hot. They're hot chowder.
Yep, they're out, in my opinion.
All right. I got a couple more now. San Fran at the Packers. Guess that line.
Ooh, that's always a good matchup there. San Fran.
Right? I love this game.
At Packers. Oh, man. Green Bay minus.
Play the game.
Green Bay minus 1.
Minus 1.5. Good for you.
Is it? Okay.
Over under at 48, dude. I love San Fran in this spot. Love it, love it, love it. This is more of a must-win spot for San Fran, in my opinion, than it is for Green Bay. Green Bay snuck out of Chicago. Lucky, lucky, lucky. And everyone's looking at San Fran like, oh, man, they're cooked. They're cooked. No, this is a spot San Fran's going to come in. They're going to run it down Green Bay's throat. Christian McCaffrey is getting healthy again. This is going to be a tough one, dude. I like San Fran laying the short number on the road this week. One more that stuck out to me, and I want to see your thoughts on it. Guess this line. Arizona at Seattle. Seattle just went on the road to San Fran and won. Arizona coming off of a bye. Division game. We talked about how tight this division is. Arizona at Seattle. Guess that line.
Arizona minus 2.
Arizona minus 1.
Okay.
My initial reaction is Seattle's a home dog. After a big division win, I'm going to take them. This game is very important. I know Arizona's coming off the bye. I'm still looking at the Seattle here, dude. Home dog and division matchup. Got to have it. They got some momentum, right? After just beating San Fran on the road. I don't believe in this Arizona team like other people do. I know they're leading the division, dude, but I don't believe in it. I just don't.
I believe in it right now, but I have a feeling they'll squander it at some point as the season goes on.
Yep.
Kyler Murray's been really good. That defense was playing better, but I just
Real
don't
quick.
trust Kyler Murray.
Yeah. Super Bowl odds for this year, dude. I think for the first time ever, Detroit Lions are favored right now to win
First
the
time
Super
ever.
Bowl.
Yeah.
I saw them at plus 375, followed by Kansas City plus 450. You got Baltimore at plus 600, Buffalo at plus 600, Philadelphia at plus 800, and then San Fran plus 1,500. Green Bay's up there. Houston's up there.
What was Philly?
Plus 800. Those are the only teams that were below 1,000. Philly plus 800. Buffalo plus 600. I have bets on both of those teams to win the Super Bowl. I have bets on both those teams to play each other in the Super Bowl. Buffalo Philadelphia Super Bowl would be epic. I love Philadelphia, man. I love that team. NFC Championship picture right now. You can get Detroit at plus 140. The Eagles at plus 350. It kind of falls off from there. You got Green Bay, Minnesota, and San Fran all at plus 1,000, which I thought is interesting. San Fran plus 1,500 to win the Super Bowl. Only plus 1,000 though to win the NFC Championship. I like that one a lot.
Man, I'm looking at the playoff. You know, AFC is going to be a gauntlet when playoffs come around, man.
Yeah, it's some tough teams, dude.
The NFC. So your division winners: Detroit, Philly, Cardinals, Atlanta. Right now, and Atlanta
that won't stay with the Cardinals.
And then your wild card teams are Minnesota, Green Bay, and Washington.
Washington could win one. They got the offense to do it. Minnesota, if they could, I don't know, man. Darnold, we keep saying
you don't trust Darnold in a playoff game? I don't.
No, man, exactly not. But San Fran is there, Philadelphia is there, Detroit's there. Those are the real contenders. I think everyone thinks the same thing. Any given Sunday, of course, but Kansas City, Buffalo, Baltimore, Houston, Pittsburgh, I guess. I mean,
Pittsburgh's leading the division right now, but then you got Chargers, Denver in the wild card right now.
Yeah, but those two teams don't move the needle for me, Kev. The Chargers are playing some inspired football. The Harbaugh and Herbert combo right now.
Yeah.
Awesome, dude. Yeah. Awesome. I love watching it. I love
It's
Harbaugh.
like a slow burn, man. They started off just running the ball, limited passing. People thought Herbert was just kind of, not doing it. They've kind of gradually opened it up, and he's looking like old Herbert. They're still able to run the ball enough, and that defense is playing well. Herbert revived. Yep. From Patrick is. There.
Oat. Shout out Oat in the chat. All right, dude. Round out NFL talk. I'm gonna round it out. Kevin and I had a little bet on the show on Sunday. Kevin was so juiced up about this Baltimore-Pittsburgh over. And I was trying to tell him, like, no, dude, this is the classic under spot. And he said no. So we had to make it official. And the bet was I took the under, Kev took the over. Loser had to dress up as the other team's super fan. Obviously, I'm a Bills fan. Kevin is a Raiders fan. So I would have had the face paint, all the Raiders stuff, throwback Oakland. Well, guess what, dude? I won this one. I'm not going as Ruby Dooby Doo next week, dude. So Sunday, tune in for Kevin as Buffalo Bills super fan Kevin. No spoilers, Kev, but you got some ideas in the chamber?
Yep. Yeah, I've got some plans.
If you need to go back and review all the stipulations, Kev, I think we had mentioned face paint. We mentioned all kinds of crazy stuff.
No, I don't think that happened. But I will. Yeah,
already.
I'm gonna have to probably raid your closet for some Bills gear, though.
That is fair. And I will make that happen for you. Kev, if you don't have face paint on, don't even come on the show Sunday. I'm just going to leave it at that. I'll leave it at that.
Hey, I got it. We'll be
Evan
good.
coming on the show, Buffalo Bills super fan. Come on, man. You got some daughters. They'll put a
Yeah.
little
Oh, yeah. That's what I was
rouge
going to
on you,
say.
Kev.
Sydney will
Ah.
gladly paint my face in red and blue.
I'll send you some inspiration, dude. I'll send you some inspiration. Don't worry. Tune in Sunday, 10 a.m. No one to blame. Kevin will be Buffalo Bills super fan. His full transition from Raiders loser to Dude champion Buffalo Bills winner comes true. Kevin's transitioning on Sunday. This is Trump's America, dude. You might get canceled.
Yeah. Maybe
we'll
start trending. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. No politics. Kev, we want to round up the show with some college football. What do we got here in the rankings? Do you have this by chance?
Yeah. So we're gonna roll with the top 12. I'm not even trying to figure out their bracket.
Fair enough.
I don't care. But the top 12, we'll go 12 down to 1. So 12, Boise State. They were out of the top 12 last week at 13. Tennessee at 11. They dropped from 7. Georgia at 10. I hope they drop out by the end of the year. That's just my personal bias.
SEC is going to be waging war against each other. It's going to kind of suck because you're going to have a bunch of teams that aren't going to make it that probably should.
Probably should. Yep. Ole Miss at 9. I tell you what, man, Ole Miss is hot right now.
Yep.
I like them moving
Jackson
through this
Dart.
season. Yeah, I got a little future on him, Heisman.
Ooh. Where'd you get that at?
When
did you place it? Before the season?
Oh, yeah, this was preseason.
So the odds had been good, yeah?
Oh, yeah, it was. I can pull it up before we get off here.
That's awesome.
Miami's at 8. Alabama at 7. They moved up from 10 last week. Notre Dame 6. Indiana 5. The top 5 stayed the same. Indiana at 5. Penn State at 4. Texas 3. Ohio State 2. And Oregon at 1.
Dude, where are you seeing this?
I got this on Score Mobile.
I can't even I'm on ESPN. They make this so difficult.
It is a shit show.
They came out with this. Am I missing something? Right? Did they not come out with this already?
Yeah,
they did the show and everything, right?
Yeah, it was at 7 or 7:30 today.
I mean, I want to finish our show with this, and I can't even find their BS anywhere, dude.
Yeah. While you're looking at that, so my future I had on.
Can you share? Are you looking at your phone? Like I want to pull this up on the screen so we can look at it.
Yeah. Give me a minute. Let me text it to you.
No. Pull it up can you pull it up on your computer?
Oh, I do not have it on my computer now.
All right. This is trash. ESPN sucks, dude.
It's also, dude, the way they've got the playoff thing pulled up there is just garbage. I had Jackson Dart at plus 1,200.
Just give me the damn thing. Like, so ridiculous. I don't care. F college football this week. How about that? No. No, I don't know, man. It's going to keep changing. Like I said, there's going to be teams that are left out because you have like Boise State. Let me tell you something. Boise State, dude, is going to get their ass kicked first round, whoever they play.
Yeah.
I was on San Jose State, and the quarterback for San Jose State threw a late pick 6, ended up costing me my bet. He threw for like 440 yards on Boise State, dude. Okay.
Yeah, Boise State, they're very one-dimensional. And dude, as good as Genty is, they've got to feed him the ball 30 plus times, and I just don't see that being that one-dimensional against a good top team. Good luck.
So I'm looking at the college football playoff rankings in ESPN. How is Indiana at 10-0 at 5, but Ohio State's at 9-1, and they're at 2?
How does that make sense? Well, Indiana hasn't had a tough schedule. Is Ohio State in first place in the Big Ten right now?
I mean, they're 9-1. How could they be?
Yeah, again,
The
your
whole,
guess
I
is
just,
as good as
I'm just
mine,
saying,
dude.
like Penn State's above them. Like, listen, Indiana's not the better team, but it's like, what pick a lane, dude. What are we doing?
They're basically going because Indiana's had the weakest schedule of a lot of them Big Ten
Yeah,
teams, which think about it in college basketball, NCAA tournament terms, like your resume. I kind of get it, but hey, we're going to see this weekend Indiana
yeah,
at Ohio State, so a lot of that's going to clear up
exactly.
this weekend. So
That's what
you've
I'm getting
got
to.
yep. So that'll be that's a huge matchup. That's a must watch this weekend. I got an interesting line here while you're doing what you're doing. BYU number 6 at Arizona State. What's the line? I
BYU
was
at Arizona State.
I was like it's just
Well,
racking my
didn't
brain.
didn't BYU? They just lost to Kansas.
Yep.
So like, how are they still number 6? I just doesn't make any sense to me. BYU visiting Arizona
At,
State.
yeah.
I think I had the over in that Arizona State game. Well, guess the line here. Arizona
And
State -3.
dead nuts on. You fucking cheating over there?
No, I'm looking at last week's. Dude, I'm still trying to find the freaking. Yeah, man, and that's this is what's yeah. I mean, Arizona State at home. BYU is they're not the same team on the road, but they
Yeah.
lost at home to Kansas by 4.
Well,
I don't think
that
they could
kind of
hang a higher number because I think people would have been all over the other team.
that leads into my next one I got here is number 17 Colorado is at Kansas. That we'll see how that one goes.
Colorado at Kansas. Colorado -4.
Colorado -2.5.
Okay. Yeah, I think Colorado is going to keep handling business right now, man. They're buzzing right now. I mean, hey, Kansas though. Kansas with that win last week. What other notable games this weekend, Kev?
The only other one that I've got here that we didn't just talk about was number 11 Ole Miss at Florida. Florida's been kind of a spoiler here, and that's
Yeah,
Ole Miss -10.5.
in the swamp.
Yep.
Oh, dude.
So
Ooh,
that's
10.5 too. Oh man, good luck laying off,
yeah,
not taking. Good luck not taking 10.5 of Florida there.
yeah.
Ohio State is -13.5 versus Indiana. That's too many points.
Indiana gave me him.
That's way too many points. Here's one I like for Friday already. UTSA is laying 16.5 versus Temple. I love that line. UNLV San Jose State. I think I like San Jose State, but I think I like the over 61.5 there against UNLV.
SMU -9.5 at Virginia.
I love SMU there. SMU is desperately trying to get in here. This is
Yep.
a game they have to have. Dude, they might go undefeated in ACC play. SMU joined ACC this year.
Yep.
SMU's
Army at
been
Notre
has been
Dame.
good. Dude, that's a hell of a game. Notre Dame's gonna yeah, that's
14.5.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I think you lay it with Notre Dame. And
Alabama
I think
at Oklahoma.
Arizona State, see, you didn't put enough respect on them, dude. They're ranked 21. I mean, this is a huge game for them. BYU after that. BYU catching points after a loss, though, dude.
Where do you see Arizona State was ranked 21?
I'm looking at it.
I'm looking at it, and it doesn't have them ranked. That's odd.
Yep.
Anyway.
Is it showing BYU's ranked?
Yeah, I see him here now. I don't know why it's not showing on the. Anyway, yeah, 21.
Missouri, Mississippi State. That's gonna be a good game. Louisville Pitt is a sneaky good game. Hey, that Wofford at South Carolina. I was thinking about going to that game. That's gonna be a good game for South Carolina. They've been rolling, man.
That defense gets after it.
Bama at Oklahoma. Bama minus 13.5, dude. I think I love that. Oklahoma, man. Ugh, what happened to them?
Yeah, they.
Iowa State, Utah is a good game. Virginia Tech and Duke. This is an interesting one. Marshall at Old Dominion. Old Dominion's a 2-point favorite. That doesn't make any sense to me.
I'd like to see Vandy beat LSU at LSU just to see Brian Kelly squirm. Nothing like I like better than watching him lose a game.
There's no way that they have back-to-back duds in Baton Rouge.
Yeah, it's at LSU at 7:45. That's going to be a night game. Yeah, that.
Unfortunately, Vanderbilt's defense is not Alabama's defense, so that's not gonna happen. Cincy K-State, really good game. K-State 8.5-point favorite. USC UCLA. USC minus 4.5. I am taking UCLA plus 4.5 home dog. I was on Washington last week against USC. Washington blew them out -4. You're welcome for the free cheddar cheese. Giving you some more here. UCLA at home plus 4.5. The defense is playing well. Book that now. Make sure you follow me on X at @do_Neffy. Follow Kevin at Kevin3E2. Dan coming in, and they gave their Josh Allen a huge contract. Yep. They sure did. Kev, show is brought to you by DUBBY.GG. Promo code DO. Get 10% off your first order. Click the link in the bio, DUBBY.GG. Promo code DO. We're also brought to you by Kayak Pools. Kayak Pools is the hassle-free pool experience that empowers customers to turn their own backyard into a fun and relaxing family destination. Summer's over. We talked about this already. Now it's the time to start thinking about that pool. Western New York, Great Lakes area. Hit up Kayak Pools. And if you're in the Midwest, make sure you hit up Altered Grounds. Kev, tell them why.
Yeah, Altered Grounds Landscaping. Any landscaping needs, they've got you covered in the Midwest, St. Louis Metro East area. Get $300 off your project of $3,000 or more with code AGNOTB. That's code AGNOTB. They've got all your landscaping needs taken care of. Snow removal. I know he's hoping for snowstorms. Wake up. I remember waking up late night. Yep. They'd them snowstorms come in. He'd have them trucks rolling, hitting the streets, hitting the banks, hitting the hospitals.
If you're in the Midwest. Yeah, if you're in the Midwest, Kev, St. Louis, Metro East area, but just the Midwest, man. Altered Grounds, they got free consultations, alteredgroundlandscaping.com. Hit them at Facebook, facebook.com/alteredgroundlandscaping, Instagram at alteredgroundlandscaping. Go look at their work. It speaks for themselves. I'm telling you right now, you got a pool, you got a business, they can take care of anything you need. Kev, we're also brought to you by Sons of Erie, sonsoferie.com. Awesome artwork, a lot of good Bills Mafia stuff, but they're not just Bills Mafia. They got a lot of lifestyle pieces. I got a little 1-in-1. I know the owners. Not a big deal. Kev, that's a recap show, man. We're going to start dabbling into some of these other sports. We got a huge NFL Week 12 coming up. Kevin and I will probably have some Thursday Night Football plays for y'all. Not the most exciting game, but we'll get into it. Kev, as always, good to be seen, brother.
No one to blame. Cleveland got beat by 3 by the Cavs or by the Celtics.